Hello, this is Kathy Waskett, and I'm here to talk about the complete version of Toxic Love. This was actually the version that I wrote in 2015. It was actually with Author House, and it was the first book I actually ever wrote. And it was actually about Ricardo and about Marta and about how that he realized that he needed to work for the mob boss, but at the same time he was torn because he had love for Marta. But what was interesting about this character is that he realized what he was doing was hurting the people that he loved the most, but he couldn't stop. And this is one of the things that is interesting in toxic love. Actually, there are many forms of toxic love. One form is a kind where you love someone who could hurt or destroy you. Another kind is what you do to yourself to make the pain go away. And these types of pain are written about frequently in dramas, tabloids, and self-help books. But there's one that you hear about from time to time, but it doesn't really go into the character of the person, or it doesn't really talk about the devastation to the people that have dealt with it. And this is about internet dating, where that people get online and they pretend to be your best friend. They want to find out about your interests, dreams, and hopes. They talk about your day. They say they will always love you, especially if you give your money, bank account information, or your resources. They'll make it all up to you. Sadly, people will do this because they want you to believe that they are still honest and decent people. The end result is devastating and can lead to bankruptcy, despair, and loss of everything that you've worked for. Because victims allow the scammer into their accounts, they have to pick up the pieces. This is just one of the stories about one of the scenarios about internet dating. But there's other types of relationships in this book about other types of toxic relationships and how the characters got through. I think you'll enjoy the book, and I wanted to definitely share it with you. The second book in this series is actually the complete book, and it is the book that is coming out. I think it's going to be very exciting because it actually will give more of a developmental survey about these characters, because they didn't start out the way they are. Through circumstances and through things that have happened in their lives, they became who they were. And the story will develop those characters. I did want to be able to play you a song that has to do with the internet dating, and it's called The Final Goodbye. There's a song that in the scenario about internet dating, it's one of the types of things that you hear. If you've ever dealt with internet dating, or you've ever dealt with any of these scams, this is the way these people talk. And I actually just put it into a song back in 2015 when this book was written. Dearest sweetheart, I love you, yes I do. no, please don't cry. Just one more kiss, and then the final goodbye. I knew when we met I'd never regret one sunrise, one sunset with you. But my journey takes a path you ever go, so I must bid you adieu. Till that moment, think of a day when we'll marry and I'll take you away. Until then, let us dance, I'll hold you tight. Just one more kiss, and then the final good night. Till that moment, think of a day when we'll marry and I'll take you away. Until then, let us dance, I'll hold you tight. Just one more kiss, and then the final good night. One more kiss, and then the final good night. This is Kathy Lou Woskett with Toxic Love.